Hey guys, and welcome to yet another speed build. Oh my god, I managed to do a speed build 2 weeks running now. Speed build a week. Yes. Anyway, thank you so much to everyone that watched the last speed build, that had some great feedback on it. That will definitely be linked in this video somewhere. If you haven't seen it, it was a Peacemaker Hamptons build and it was delish, if I say so myself. But anyway, this week we are doing a kind of limited CC build. Way back when I started a series that was called Little Britain, and I only ever did one build for it, but it was meant to be a big CC free series that made over the whole of Windenburg into a Little Britain. Yeah, so you get the idea. But life happened and that series did not continue. I wanted to kind of turn it into a more of a just I'm gonna do builds from Britain rather than make over the whole of Windenburg, because I think it's kind of limiting me on what builds I can do. To be quite honest, most of the builds I want to do would probably be on a 30x40 lot, and there's only a limited supply of them, so to that. And so I'm just going to do builds from Britain and call it Little Britain, and also occasionally, if I want to, it's going to have CC in it, so ta-da! This is the second build in that series then. It has very limited CC. It only has the cottage garden stuff back by the Plumbob Tea Society, which every person should have in their collection because it is a great supplement to everything else that you have in your game. And also I've included just a set of add-on windows that are exactly the same as the Parenthood windows. I loved the windows that came with Parenthood, but for some reason we only had like a short 3 tile wide one, and we also had that tall single tile version of the Parenthood windows. But the Plumbob Architect has expanded that out, and there is just like short ones, tall ones, 3, 2 tile, every possibility you could need to make a house. So I've used those windows in this build because they are a lifesaver. Now all of the CC that I've used in this is actually not terms of use friendly, so you will have to download it yourself. It will not be included in the lot downloads that will be linked in the description, but I will have all the links to where you can get the CC. It's literally only 2 downloads, so we really are limited. I don't think I've ever done a build where you only had to download 2 sets. No, never done it. So yeah, that will be linked in the Tumblr post, along with more screenshots of this build. So that will be linked in the description. That is like my number one question: where do I get the house from? It's also available on the gallery. All of my houses that I build are always uploaded to the gallery. They are normally there before I even edit and record the video. As soon as I finish them, I put them up there. So I would advise you to go and follow me on the gallery. It's hey_Harrie, and you'll get all the builds before they come out, to be quite honest. I don't wait to release these videos before I put them up on the gallery. I just put them up when I've finished. So why not? Anyway, these the Parenthood windows I've probably only used on the front of the house. Yeah. Or did I use them? I must have used them, but I literally have only used them on the front of the house. They would have actually just saved my life back here, but for some reason I used base game windows. Yep, I got no idea why. But the Parenthood CC ones, the add-ons, are just on the front of the house, not on the back of the house, but they're glorious. So I saw that little that bay window that came with the laundry stuff pack, and I was just like, yes, I must use it. Really, I wanted this build. The whole idea behind was to showcase the laundry day stuff pack and also the cottage garden stuff pack. To be quite honest, The Laundry Day stuff pack is just a little bit of an add-on to the cottage stuff pack, which I'm pretty sure I saw one of the Bob Tea Society members say that, which I couldn't agree more, because more came with the cottage garden stuff pack than the Laundry Day stuff pack. No shade. But I do love the items that actually came with the Laundry Day stuff pack. I didn't do a review on it on this channel, which I have done in the past, but it is glorious. Lots of things though, I'm constantly having to like downsize. That's just the praise someone up above that we now have the downsize tool, because I couldn't live without it. Anyway, you'll notice that we've suddenly moved to a hella bigger lot. That's right. I started this build on a 30 by 40, and then I was like, yeah, no. This needs some landscaping and I can't fit it in. So this was actually taken from a Airbnb build that I found, so I'm also going to link that down below, so you can take a look at what the actual house looks like. The house is pretty similar. I took the whole inspiration of the garage as well on the side, but everything else is kind of different. The landscaping is completely different. The landscaping is nothing like it is in the build, because the real life build is kind of just like grass and a few shaped bushes and hedges, and as we all know in The Sims, that don't look so pretty. So of course I landscaped to the hilt. It's just landscaping. I was thinking like a long time ago of doing my landscaping kind of video showing how I work out my landscaping, but I don't know. Let me know if you would like that as a video, but to be quite honest, I really can't do basic landscaping. You know how, like, if I had to do a start at home, I think I might come out in some kind of rash from the lack of landscaping, because to me, you can have the most amazing build in the world, but if your landscaping looks like poop, your build is poop. Like this house is nothing without the landscaping. Like the extra addition of like this wisteria on the side, just the greenery offsets the squareness of the house, and it just would not be the same without the landscaping. So I'm kind of call it one of the most important elements of every build that I do, and I do not try and rush it. It's a process. It's quite a therapeutic one, actually. I always paint where I'm going to fill in before I do it. That's normally what I do. Work out some kind of path going around the side of the house where I want to plant things, and I try not to make it symmetrical. I suppose I'm just doing the landscaping video in this video, aren't I? Whoops. But of course the landscaping one will be kind of different. I think in a landscaping one I'd probably just take a few houses from the gallery and just show you how I would approach each build landscaping. But with this one I knew there was going to be lots of green, lots and lots of green. Also lavender. It's English, come on, lavender. Not that we all have lavender planted in our gardens, because I definitely don't. Mind you, did used to have a lavender bush outside the house. Yeah. So, yeah, every English person, what do they have? Lavender in their garden? No. Anyway, lots of rocks here. Some of these rocks do disappear. They're from the Cottage Garden Stuff Pack. I'm just going to call it PTS. Cottage Stuff. Yeah. They do disappear when you kind of zoom out. They disappear, which is a bit unfortunate. But I discovered that, and then I used mostly in-game rocks. So if you don't use CC and you wanted to put this in your game, to be quite honest, it would look pretty much the same. A few rocks might disappear from the outside, but that's about it. I haven't used any custom content wallpapers, so that will look the same. I think the only difference would be probably the windows at the front of the house. That would be about it. Yeah, that would be pretty much it. And some clutter, because Plum Bubble Tea Society, it was all kind of clutter items. Yeah, that's about it. So I think this house looked pretty much identical, apart from the windows at the front. That's about it. But anyway, how is everyone doing this week? I've done a full week of streaming on Twitch. Yesterday I did a 6-hour stream because I needed to get a build finished. That is also going to be, I just bumped my mic. That is also going to be up on this YouTube channel. I've just got to edit it. It is CC free, people. CC free. I know, it's a shocker. But it's completely CC free, and it was part of Zilria's build challenge. If you don't know about her, you better know. She is also on YouTube and Twitch, so you need to go check her out. But more details about her will be in the video that is for her challenge. But it's such fun. Now, speaking of build challenges, I have decided that I am going to make my own build challenge. I know, shocker. I'm trying to finalize exactly where I'm going to go with it. I have a general idea of what I want to do, which is definitely going to be incorporating color palettes into it, because you know I love color palettes, and hopefully then that will also bring back my series of Colour Me, because I'll have builds to do for that. But the general gist is to completely renovate the whole of Oasis Springs and turn it into something playable, because at the moment it's kind of poopy. Yeah, I know that it's the lighting in Oasis Springs, but I'm just gonna try and make the builds that good that you will still play in it even though the lighting sucks at times. It's gonna be that good. It's just gonna override your sense of hate for the lighting and the yellow lighting, and it's gonna be great. Basically, Oasis Springs is like Palm Springs in America. It's based on that, and in Palm Springs you'll see lots of mid-century modern builds. So that's really what I want to do, is have like a whole mid-century modern neighborhood, same place that they have it now. Also like a mid-century modern mansion where like the land grabs is, and then opposite that there's a space for another mansion. Maybe that would be a ultra modern one, and the rest of the buildings to be modern. So instead of having like the Spanish style area, it would be more modern. But that's what I'm thinking. I just got to iron out all the details, but that'll be like a kind of once a month challenge thing that I'll be bringing to this channel and also to Twitch. I'll be doing it live on Twitch and then turning that into a speed build to have over here. So if you can't make it over to Twitch, the link for my Twitch channel will always be in the description down below, so feel free to follow me. You can also watch the videos on demand for like a month or so after I've done them, so if you can't make it live, you can always watch them back. But yeah, so I started doing, I suppose I should talk about the build. Yeah, back to the build. We've already done the kitchen. I've had to cut lots of footage out of this. I had crazy amounts of footage. As you can imagine, we were on a 64 by 64 lot, so I kind of had to condense down all of the decision making. I spent an age just getting like the little balcony bit at the front of the house perfect. That is all gone. You can thank me later. And yet this build is still 31.5 minutes long. Yikes. But yeah, it just needed to be done. It had to be on the 64 by 64 lot, so here we are. I'm loving the new what they called rugs that we got with the Laundry Day stuff pack. Yes, that combined with the Cottage Day stuff pack is it cottage? No, it's not cottage day. Cottage garden stuff pack. They're just like the perfect balance between the two. I have to say though, that laundry day stuff pack, the like succulents on that little stool thing, the stool is ginormous. I don't think I could ever use that full size apart from maybe if it was outside. So inside I've had to downsize them, but I'm loving those like side tables there, and I've put 2 of them together. They are glorious. I'm just waiting for someone to do some beautiful recolors of them because I haven't got enough time to recolor everything. I'm meant to be doing a big project of recoloring, and to be quite honest, it's kind of taken a back seat because I've been busy with other stuff. And now I'm going to do a build challenge. It's going to be stupid busy. But yeah. Let me know what you think about that build challenge, if it'll be something you're interested in doing. It's just going to be for fun. A bit like some of the other build challenge, once a month, give you something to build. And by the end of it, you'll have a completely brand new Oasis Springs or whatever place you decide to plot them all. Of course, mine will be available for download as well, so if you don't want to do a challenge, you can just download mine. Simple, pimple. I'm not too sure now if I'm going to include CC with it or not, because, to be quite honest, some of Peacemaker's CC would be glorious, because he has a whole mid-century modern set. So I might make it like only Peacemaker CC allowed in it. Not for you guys, but just for my own builds. Because I would like to be able to put it up as like a save file at the end. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try and limit it to only a few sets of his or something like that. But yeah. So we're here in the living room. It's kind of all cozy, and I'm loving the stack of wood that you get with the cottage garden stuff packs. The little items, they just make it like home, and it's just beautiful. All the paintings that they have as well are stunning. Like, it was kind of a task to make this cozy, as the rooms were actually quite large. It's not a cottage, it's just a country house, and it's a large one at that. But I made it kind of cozy by keeping the palette neutrals, like kind of earthy tones, bringing in some of the brick from the outside inside. I had a huge struggle with picking the brick for the outside because the brick that I chose, and it kind of just blended in with the windows. The windows need to stand out a bit more, but we played around a little bit and used darker tones and different kind of, the bowling pack, which is actually meant to be mid-century modern, like slabs. Are they slabs? Like, I don't know what you'd call them. Anyway, that kind of stone is meant to be mid-century modern, but I use that for all of my old builds. It looks beautiful for English country builds. I just wish I had a few more colours of it, actually, because that's the grey one that I've used, and there's another tone that's kind of like a beigey tone. Those are the only two that are kind of usable. The other ones are like green, and it's like, eesh. And there's one that's kind of pinky red, and that's not really usable. So just a few more recolors of that would be great. I don't think I've seen anyone recolor it. Maybe I have to do that myself. So many things to recolor, so little time. But my throat is going. The 6-hour live stream yesterday was just, I was just like, yep, we're going to get this build finished because I need it finished and it needs to go up on YouTube like halfway through the week. So hopefully I should have that build up for you on Wednesday, I think. Maybe Wednesday or Thursday. Unfortunately, I haven't had time to record the Drifter Challenge. I keep on meaning to do it before I stream on a Saturday, but I keep on doing other stuff instead. Naughty me. So if you don't know, I make cakes as well. So this weekend I've discovered that you can make sugar flowers instead of from gum paste. You can make them in cold porcelain. So that is the next thing I'm teaching myself, because I have to do my cousin's wedding cake, for, what is it? She's getting married the 28th of April. And it's in a huge home, like a huge stately house. It's frigging-enormous, like huge. The room she's getting married in is like all hand painted ceilings, gold trim everywhere, like top notch. So this cake has to be beautiful, and I'm gonna have to take it all the way up from London, where I live, all the way up north to Liverpool, so where she's getting married. So gum paste flowers are like really delicate. I don't want to deal with it, and I found out that cold porcelain is basically almost indestructible, so yay, I'm going to be using that. You'll have seen just then on the screen that there is actually a kids playroom downstairs. I haven't included the footage in this just because the build was getting way too long, so I've X'd it out. I don't know if I've even taken screenshots of that because it's just a kids playroom. But yeah, if you want to take a closer look at this, just feel free to download it from the gallery and to take a look. That is the best way you're gonna be able to see exactly what is in this build. Most of the time my screenshots just don't look as good as it does in real life. Like, I think it looks great, and then I take a screenshot and I'm like, eesh, we've got issues. But in this house, we have got, how many bedrooms? 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. I've got to say, I did my best kids bedroom in this house. It is the best kids bedroom I've ever done. You'll see it in a little bit. It's after this ensuite is done, but I love it. Literally love it. And the bed that came with cats and dogs goes beautifully in this room. It feels all warm and cozy, lots of browns and creams, and it's not going to be offensive. Anyone could just plop this down and live in it straight away. So yeah, I'm loving the way this turned out, and I did this probably in quite a few stages. I do change the flooring in the kitchen, by the way. I added that in. Yeah, I keep on going back to this kitchen because something just wasn't quite sitting right with me. I don't think I have any footage of me changing it, but I changed it to some slate tiles that came. Are they slate? Probably not. Just, what was it? Are they called slab stone? Tiles that came with City Living. And they came in like a light tan colour, and it looks so much better. They were just a little bit too pink, so they were just clashing a little bit with the seats that I have around the fireplace in the kitchen. So yep, that got scrapped. We went with a new flooring, but anyway, I think we're moving on, hopefully, to everything I love. I got to stop saying I love because it will make it less dramatic. So we're moving on here to the kids' room that I love. My favourite room in the house, which is so weird. I've also taken inspiration from this room and made another room in the next build. So this room turns into a camping bedroom. You've got the green wall, you've got the lights there for camping. Everything is like outdoorsy camping themed room. I'm in love with it. If I was a kid and had this room, I wouldn't want to leave it. It's so cute, and it's for twins as well. It's just beautiful. So I've used that same like green wall for another build that I done, but I turned it into a jungle theme instead of an outdoors camping theme, and it works just as well. So, and I love a green. I love vertical gardens. If you don't know, I'm on Pinterest as well. The link for that should be down in the description box, but just in case I forget it, to add it in there. It's pinterest.com/Hey Harrie, and I have a whole board on vertical gardens. I need then I need a build where I can make a vertical garden and have loads of different plants in it, because now we can downsize. I can lift up plants and make them look completely different on the wall. I need there's got to be a special build when I finally get to do a proper vertical garden that actually, you know, isn't just a wall of green, that has shapes moving through it. And I'm just obsessed with vertical gardens. I just need a build that does it. I discovered them a while ago, and I haven't had a build in my head that could pull off such a statement. I think maybe like a penthouse or something would look good with a vertical garden, because it's up tall and it's lots of you know, concrete and horrible man-made materials around. But yeah, fingers crossed I eventually managed to work out a build that will have one. But for now, it's just walls of green in houses occasionally. But I love green. Green is the answer to everything. Anyway, we're moving on to this. This is the teenager's room. I see this as a teenage girl's room. She has one big room. That's all I'm gonna say. She has space to like bring her friends over. She has a TV in here and like a little, like the poofs that are gonna be there for them to sit on. She has a vanity table. She has, I think she ends up having an easel and maybe a guitar as well. And a walk-in wardrobe. This teenager's got everything. She's got more than her parents. The parents don't even have a walk-in wardrobe. Oh, get her. She is one lucky girl. But yeah, most of this in here is for decoration. I think I do remove those cupboards there and put in a real chest of drawers so that your sim wall can actually go in here and get changed. Otherwise it was going to be completely for decoration, which I thought was a bit yeah. Also, I love those chairs, but they don't come in some good recolours. They're all kind of pasty. It would be great if they came in some deep tones, like a deep red or a deep green, or just natural tones. I do have CC ones of them, so I can have that. But if the Sims team could just patch in a few more colours so I don't have to use CC. There's certain things I kind of get annoyed when I have to use CC recolours. I'm like, oh, why couldn't you just have them in the game? I don't really want to use CC, but you're making me have to use it. But yeah, lots of reds in here. I was going to go pink first of all, but I couldn't find enough things to pick the pink and carry it through for the rest of the room, so we went with red instead. And it's not like an offensive red, it's a darker red. I have downside those poofs, so when your sim goes to sit on them, they will just slightly float, but they look cuter small. So yeah, please forgive me. And of course, every teenager has fairy lights, so that's what I did around all the windows. I think I do use those horrible curtains from Cats and Dogs. Yep. Sometimes you just got to use them and just be done. You know, it's countryside, so I think I can get away with it. But just, can we have some more curtains? Just some plain curtains would be brilliant. And of course there's a new game pack coming up as well, isn't there? It looks like it's kind of world adventures from The Sims 3, but in The Sims 4. I did actually play quite a bit, surprisingly. I am surprising myself. Mind you, how old was I when The Sims 3 was out? I don't know. But surprisingly, I played quite a lot with The Sims 3 World Adventures. Was that the first expansion pack that came out for The Sims 3? I feel like it was. And then you went to this world that basically looked like Egypt. You had an Egyptian world, you had, was it Japanese or was it Chinese? No, it was Japanese world. And then what was the other one? Was there another one? I feel like there was 3. Maybe there was 2. Weird. But Oh yeah, and then there was the one that was like France. Yeah, that was it. There was 3 worlds. And I did all the adventures in them, which I'm not too sure if I'd still do adventures now. But I found it kind of cool. I'd always take my sim to go and do adventures, like they'd live the high life, go and do adventures, and then they'd find themselves some kind of foreign boyfriend and come back and move the foreign boyfriend that they'd met whilst doing adventures back home with them and then settle down. Yep, that's pretty much how I played The Sims quite a few times actually, which is really weird. Anyway, this is the last room of the house that I'm going to be showing to you. I have cut out all of the, what do they call them? Bathrooms, that's the word. Language today is atrocious. But I have cut out the bathrooms. There is one huge bathroom for everyone to shower pit, and also a smaller one which is right next to this toddler room. Alternatively, you could have this as a nursery. You could just swap out the toddler bed with a bassinet, which would look nice. I just wanted to put a toddler bed in because it's slightly bigger than bassinet. I just wish we had some more bassinets, because I know also CC creators say they're made in a really strange way, so they can't change them, and like you have to have that invisible crib thing to make everything work. And I do have some custom content cribs in my game, but yeah, you've got some weird baby things going on. You can't click on the crib to control them, and it's just weird. I wish they just patch in a couple more, like, because there's only one and it's ugly. Thank you very much. But anyway, we're coming up to the screenshots. Thank you so much for watching. This is available for download, link down in the description, and I'll see you all later in the week. Well, next week because it's a Sunday. Bye guys.